Hi, I'm Honey, and welcome to my vlog. I wanted to do a vlog about the year so far. Like, we're the end of June right now, and I kind of wanted to do, I don't know, a semi-annual update, I guess. That sounds fancy pants. It has been an absolute whirlwind of a year, and it is looking like it is going to be a crazy, crazy rest of the year. They're not all great, not all great. There have been some not so good things that happened. There have been some downright horrible things that have happened. On a personal side of things. Overall, sunny side, right? Try to focus on the good things. Overall, it has been a really positive year. As far as the channel goes, I hit some cool, like, big numbers. I don't know, 300, 400,000 views, whatever it was. On my Twitch and on my YouTube, there a bunch. Somebody pointing that out, and that was pretty cool. I hit the 1 year mark in May for my sub button through Game Wisp, and that has been incredible. It's really been a nice additional income source. It's just kind of nice to say thank you for subscribing, right? Right? Because I'm not officially Twitch partnered, but I'm still partnered, and there's just a certain satisfaction. I will not lie. There's a certain satisfaction in seeing that sub button, and we got to do so many good things with the subs. I got to go to my first convention in April. I went to PAX East. If you're gonna go first one, go big, right? So I got to go to PAX East, and I got to meet so many of the Godiva gaming ladies there, and so many people that I've worked with, and of course, specifically within that group, all of the Borderland babes, Anasia, Winter Loves, and Lady M. It was just really great to get to meet them. They are my friends, they are my colleagues, and it's just it's kind of surreal because you're so close with people, and you get to know them, and yet you realize you've never physically met, and it doesn't matter that you haven't physically met. You are still close to them, and you treasure them and their friendship. And then when you actually get to meet, it's just perfect. It's just like, yeah, you're exactly who you are, exactly what I knew you would be. I knew what you looked like before, and it's just nice to kind of concrete those, or cement, I guess is a better word, cement those relationships. And so it was so much fun to get to do all the things that I did at PAX. I got to have my autograph signing. I got to, for an hour sit there. I guess we were there for 2 hours. Yeah, we took shifts. And it was just really cool for people to come up and be like, hey, you were the first LP that I watched. Or, Sage of Games, hey, I'm an enforcer and I'm here for you. Is there anything you need? It was just really neat. And I loved the experience of going to a convention. I shouldn't say it's my first convention, because obviously I did get to go to Minecon 2013, when Old Man Willikers gave me a ticket. But it's my first convention since then, and it's my first, like, all around convention, because Minecon is very specifically targeted at Minecraft, obviously. And there were some other ones that came up, are coming up this year, that I wanted to go to really bad. And at the time, I decided, okay, can't do that. Adulting sucks, but we're going to make the choice to not spend that money. And now I'm really, really glad that I did make those choices, because the Minecon and the TwitchCon that are coming up this year are both in September. And I'm looking at moving in September. So I know I've talked about it as possibilities on the stream. I've talked about it with my family as, hey, this is probably going to be something that happens. There's still some things that are up in the air, but this is pretty much a thing that's happening. My lease is up here, and we currently are renting a 3-bedroom house, and my lease is up the end of August. And we've sort of been talking about moving for a while. Sky wanted to graduate first, and so she did that in May. That was another big momentous thing, right? Sky turned 18. My youngest, my baby, is an adult, and she got to graduate. My mom and stepdad got to come in town and hang out with us for a few days, and we hadn't seen them in a while. It was just, a lot of good things have happened this year, and we have decided, Sky, Midlet, and I are all going to go together to upstate New York. And I've spent time there every summer for the last 4 years in a row, and I really do love the area. And it's great to have a place that you're familiar with and you're comfortable driving around, and I have a church to go to, and I've made friends over the time that I've been there. And people hollering out behind me, "Honey, I didn't know you were going to be here this summer." And it's sad to leave them, and I have family friends up there too, and we always have such a good time. And so if you're going to move someplace, you might as well go someplace that you're familiar with and have a start. At least that's what I would prefer. Maybe if you're 20 years old and you want to go someplace totally new and fresh start from scratch, I ain't got time for that. I like the idea that I know where some things are, and that I know where I would go to church, and that, I have some of those that's sort of comforting for me. That said, this trip is scaring the bejeebies out of me. It is such a big thing to contemplate, moving across the country. To move from Kansas to New York is a big move. And so it's been stressful and nerve-wracking, and at the same time, I'm pretty comfortable, all said and done. So it's really terrifying, and it's going to be really expensive, but I've paid off a lot of my credit cards. I'll just charge the moving bits and work on paying that off when I'm there. But it's doable, It's really expensive, and it's going to suck. And I hate the actual process of moving. It's such a pain in the butt. But it's going to be kind of nice, though. This is the first time in my life that I have ever made a decision to move someplace for for myself on my own. When I moved to Washington State and when I moved to Kansas, I didn't really have much say in the matter. I was just sort of taken along for the ride, right? And so this is kind of nice to make that decision and say, okay, I want to move. This is where I want to move to. I think I can do this. It's going to be more expensive there, but I know how to live on a budget, and there's a lot of good thrift stores, and I think I can, right? So that's kind of what's coming up. We're about to have Odd Mass come visit. In fact, in a couple of days, he'll be here, and he'll be here for 9 days from London. So we're super excited about that. He got to come out last year for Dawn's birthday, but it was mostly wow, I said Dawn's birthday. Wow. For Dawn's wedding. Totally different thing. For Dawn's wedding, Dawnlet and Twilit, Sir Twilit, got married last year, and he got to be here for that. But we were really wedding, and then we had a YouTube party the day after the wedding, and then it was pretty much everybody was gone. Everybody went home the day after that, and so we didn't really get to just sit down and have as much chill time with Odd Mass. There were a lot of things that we wanted to do that just didn't get to. So we're looking forward to doing that while he's here, and that is coming up, like I said, in a few days. And after he's gone is kind of okay, we now have a month and a half before the end of the lease. Time to get our butts in gear and start packing and stuff, and find the place to go to, and all that good stuff. So like I say, on one hand it's really, really nerve-wracking, on the other hand it's really exciting. We are hoping to be able to have to get plane tickets for Dawn and Twilit and Nibby to all come up and get to spend Christmas with us. So that's kind of the plan, to be able to at least see them once a year when they come up, because of course Dawn and Twilit, they're married and they've got their own place in Kansas, kind of up in the country, and Nibby is is an adult and she's on her own. She's 24, and she's got her own life and her own thing. So moving to New York does mean moving away from two of my kiddos, which is definitely part of the what are you doing? And that's really, really hard because we're really close. So we're going to try to be sure that we can get them up to New York for Christmas time. And we're hoping we can manage something in the summer too. Um, Whether they drive up or fly up or what. We'll have to just see how that goes. But we're hoping for that. And I'm probably going to end up renting a place at first. But I'm hoping to actually maybe, probably not right away, but a year from now, be looking at trying to buy a home. And that's a really big kind of a cool thing for me too. And to feel like I'm in a place that I am comfortable enough that okay, I think I can actually look at that as an option is really kind of amazing. Really kind of amazing. So we'll have to see in time. Partially because it would just be less expensive to buy a place versus rent a place. Partially because it would be nice to have my home, and have that for my remaining life, and have a place for my kids to come, and for uh, just to have. So I don't know if that's actually going to be a reality or not, but it's kind of a nice thing to dream about, right? And that does kind of bring around to the state of the actual channel. YouTube's have always been a hobby, and so we've had a whirlwind year with that as far as the whole release of the Survivor project with Mindcrack. That was so long ago recorded, almost to over 2.5 years ago, almost 3 years ago now, and it was just so nice to release that and to be able to say, here you go. I could have been there. I had a shot. I did this amazing recording in this 23-hour straight recording session, and it was incredible, and it was amazing, and it was exciting. 22 hours, whatever it was. We were sitting there a few hours before. Whatever it was, it was incredible and amazing, and I'm so glad that is finally just out. In fact, just today, even though the last of that content was out like in April or early May, just today I went through my old drive and I deleted the last of that footage that's been on there forever. And it just was so nice to be like, yeah, that's done. That's done. In January of this year, I started off. I said I was asked. I've always been asked about doing marathons, and in January, Pack Rat did a 48-hour marathon, and I was asked a lot around that time. Hey, when are you gonna do a marathon? When are you gonna do a marathon? You want to do a 48-hour marathon? Hell no, I don't want to do a 48-hour marathon. But I had said that I was open to doing a marathon. I thought about doing a 12-hour, 12 hours, because I've done that before, 12 hours, 16 hours. I thought about doing a marathon. But I kind of wanted to have a reason to do it, and not just randomly, hey, I'm just going to work extra this day. And Kinka had suggested, hey, you get double goal once in a while, so how about every time you get double goal, the next month you do a long marathon, 24 hours. Well, that became a 27-hour, which became a 28-hour, and February, March, April, May, and now June, I have made double goal every time. And I've done the marathons. We've had some fun with punishments, and it was just kind of a nice interactive thing to do with you guys, and it helps keep me awake and focused on on something. And it's just been really, really obviously double goal is a rare thing that happens, once, twice. I think 1 year I had it happen 3 times in a year, and so that was really, really incredible to have that, and that's part of why I'm thinking about okay, maybe even being self-employed and having an unconventional job, I might be able to do something like that dream of having a house, or okay. if we're going to move, now's the time to do it, right? So yeah, there's a lot of things kind of coming in that. I should mention that in May we had our first ever quadruple goal. Holy crap balls! They broke me good. I had a triple goal one time, and that was October 2014, and it was just like, well, that was a fluke I'm never going to see again. And then to turn around and hit triple and bam, quadruple goal, it was incredible. It was absolutely insane. And it's kind of fun too because my mom was still in town, so I got to tell her all about it that morning, the next morning, before they left, and get to see their faces of, oh wow. So anyway, so we you guys, I'm so proud to say I'm fan funded. I'm so blessed and amazingly thankful for my job to be able to be here at home, take care of my kids, have midlet, you know, right around the corner, and you guys are all happy with her and okay for me to take diaper changing breaks and stop and feed her on those marathons and stuff. I'm so blessed with doing what I love and being able to be fan funded, and those are kind of things that are, you know, that have happened this year and are coming up this year. I did want to go ahead and have a reference to just FYI, be aware. If we're moving like the 31st ish of August, then September is kind of up in the air as far as streaming and working. And, you know, because right now I don't have a place to move to. So I'll have to figure that out. Maybe I can, you know, I've on vacation. I've streamed from a friend's setup before, a Fright Night or two. So maybe I'll figure something out to still be live a couple days in the month. But I don't know. Maybe a Friday or a Saturday or a couple of Saturdays or something. We'll have to figure that out. Time. There's still a lot of time between now and then. As much as it feels like there's no time, there is still a lot of time between now and then. Things might all fall into place, and I have a place to go to, and we'll only be offline for a few days, and then, you know, well, a week, because we gotta have a few days to get there, like 2 days to get there, and then set up and all, you know, unpack and stuff. So I will try to keep the offline time to a minimum, but I mean, it could be a few weeks, it could be a month. I don't really know. Worst case scenario, right? So I think I want to kind of update everybody on that, and of course I'll be talking about that more live every night as it gets closer and we actually sort things out. But anyway, I really just wanted to kind of do an update, a sort of a reflection on these last 6 months, and speculation, and talk about the coming months. And I already do have tickets for Midlet and myself for the end of January to go to PAX South, and I don't have the airline tickets yet, which is a good thing because I'm not going to be flying out from Kansas. I'll be flying from New York, but we have the actual tickets for PAX, and hopefully we'll be able to go, and you know, the dust will be settled, and that won't be a problem. But I have faith every day. But that's it. I should shut up now because I've rambled and rambled and rambled. So anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.